Hey guys, Kathy Reagan here with your weekly Soaps Roundup. And soap fans, I hope you're staying safe and healthy at home and not getting too desperate for things to do. I'm so desperate, I've actually started alphabetizing the spices and canned goods in my pantry. That's how bored I am, you guys. And speaking of bored, well, yep, we're into the classic episodes on the soaps, but I have to tell you, it's actually been pretty fun to watch and pretty informative because I'm realizing that there's a lot of things I may have missed over the years, never watched, or just don't remember. So let's start with The Bold and the Beautiful. The CBS soap continued to air classic episodes focused on what else? Rivalries, our favorite thing on the shows, including when Taylor Hayes tried to escape from Prince Omar to let Ridge know she was alive just as Ridge was planning to marry Brooke. Which time? It just hit me as I watched these flashbacks that we should start a drinking game, you guys, where every time Brooke gets married, we drink. If we did, we wouldn't care about the fact that we're watching flashbacks. Now, when the show returns, we're wondering if it is time for Ridge to finally give up on Brooke and try a relationship with Shauna. You know, someone he hasn't been married to a million times before. What do you guys think? I personally love Crazy Shauna, so I'd love to see what a hot mess these two would be as a couple. You know it would all go down in flames. Now, over on Days of Our Lives, Sarah bashed Rex over the head and tied him up to keep him from calling the police on her for kidnapping Rachel. Well, that's only going to add to the long list of her criminal charges. Now, when Kristen was identified as Victor's attacker, Lani helped her flee the police station and track down Sarah and Rachel in Paris. And while Jake continued to insist to Gabi that he was not Stefan, some thugs mistook Ben for Jake and beat him up at the garage. And Xander visited Maggie in prison and finally told her the truth about Sarah's baby dying and the baby switch. It's about time. Coming up, another bombshell about Mother's Day 2 years ago is revealed. Now, over on General Hospital, Nicholas heard from his estranged son Spencer, who agreed to forgive his father on the condition he divorced Ava, which would leave him penniless. If I were Nicholas, I'd give Spencer a giant timeout no matter how old he is. Meanwhile, Sam and Christina got into an epic war of words, you guys, with Christina informing her sister that she'd always come in second in Jason's life to Sonny and Carly, and their relationship would be nothing without drama. Ouch! And due to their lying at Neil's medical board review, well, Neil lost his medical license and Alexis was disbarred. We saw this coming. Coming up, Michael and Willow decide to marry to help Michael win custody of Wiley. Finally, on The Young and the Restless, more classic romances and marriages were revisited, including Nikki's first visit to Victor at the ranch. Oh, you guys, those were the days. Remember when Nikki was just a stripper and then they fell in love? Nothing creepy about that storyline at all. And then the classic scenes continued, showing when Nick and Sharon's marriage first hit the rocks. Remember, there was many times we saw this. Maybe, like Sharon moving on with Ray, Nick needs to finally get away from another repeat relationship with Phyllis and find someone new. Could we possibly see a new character emerge after the quarantine? Well, that's it for this week, you guys. We'll see you next time, keeping you entertained on the Weekly Soaps Roundup.